All right.
All right.
It's the Saturday Night Freak Show podcast.
Oh, shit.
Back again. 2 times. 1 night. That doesn't make any sense. But
what? Can we start over?
What?
2 times in 1 night.
Oh,
yeah.
Every Saturday, this crazy thing happens. We get together and watch a movie and then gather around a bar and we drink like fish.
All the times we shared love and made love.
I'm Colin. That's
This
is Brent.
It's Tom.
Sean.
Oh, yeah, baby.
And tonight, Travis indulged us with a true freak show movie. What did we watch tonight?
The freakiest movie you will ever encounter, The Forbidden Zone, by director Richard Elfman, brother of the famous movie composer Danny Elfman.
From the year
1980.
The Wayback Machine.
The Wayback Machine.
Yeah.
So this is like, and this movie's kind of, I mean, it's not, I was kind of hesitant about showing it because it's like not a movie as more as it's a music.
I'm hesitant to show it because I would hard to say that it's classified as a movie.
At one point during the movie, Travis was like about to bail on his own movie. He was offering us an out. Like we could reach up.
I was like, if anybody, I thought about bringing an extra movie. Just like, hey, if it gets too much, because the first, like, I mean, I've showed, okay, if you don't know anything about Danny Elfman, before Danny Elfman started composing movies, music for movies, film scores, he was in a band called the Oingo Boingo, which did Weird Science, it did Dead Man's Party for Back to School. You know, they are really a soundtrack band.
I was trying to think, like, what...
They were in Bachelor Party, they were in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, not like in it,
but...
what's
some songs that... like
Fast Times at Ridgemont High had the credit song, that Goodbye, Goodbye, the credit song of Ridgemont High. You know, goodbye, 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 you know.
I have heard Dead Man's Party.
Dead Man's Party, that was in Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield. Weird Science. Bachelor, I can't remember what song they had in Bachelor Party with Tom Hanks. I can't recall the song. I've got the soundtrack.
But it says they were reformed in 1972, so it was 10 years before those
supposedly, it wasn't Danny Elfman that formed. They were called the Mystic Knights of the Oingo Boingo, and they were more like an art theater group. Did a lot of percussion stuff. They were mostly like xylophones, saxophones, drums. And I think you can YouTube. They did a lot of public access stuff because they actually did have, I mean, costumes. They did a lot of, like, the end of this movie where they have almost like a parade march. I mean, they're like big into that weird stuff. And
it's like cabaret theater.
Exactly, and that's why it's like this. That's why I say this is not really a movie as much as it's kind of like one of those like Yellow Submarines.
It feels
or
like
Pink Floyd The Wall,
scary 1920s cartoon, but in live action.
There you go. See, it
really is because the music. Some of the music from this is from old cartoons.
I was thinking about showing like a 1930s cartoon just to give you guys a frame of reference to be like they're actually creating a live action like Depression era cartoon because they got the black face, Betty Boobs. Yeah, they got the black face. They got it's very Jewish, so it's very that New York cartoon and like. Well, they got I forget who animated it, John Marco or something like that. I don't know if he was in the Oingo Boingo, if they're just so you get the idea that this is kind of like a California like art kids like they just got together and like made their like musical movie, right?
Yeah, they got together, did
John
a lot of drugs and made this.
They probably did a lot of drugs,
heavy drugs.
It says John Muto is the animator.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a cheaper, like you can get that Terry Gilliam sense of it all.
Yeah, it's all like cutouts and...
Yeah, cutouts. I mean, and they did some of the classic animation, like all the skeleton shit they did, you know? Like when the title screen opens up, there's that one skeleton kind of playing the rib cage as xylophones.
Yeah, that whole opening was very reminiscent of that, yeah.
Exactly, right? And they got the weird dice. For some reason, dice has a lot to do with this movie.
The dice is the currency, right?
Yeah, and I don't know what dice has to do. I don't know if this is some like surfer hot rod thing in California, because that's what you got to understand is most of this is dealing with kind of California culture in the late 70s or whatever, you know.
Well, especially the father of the family, the Hercules family, works at a place where they manufacture the tar for the La Brea tar pits.
Yeah.
And
Pico and Sepulveda.
Yeah, they're singing that song. It's like an intersection, right? Between Pico and Sepulveda.
Pico and Sepulveda. That's a section in West LA. Going simple.
And
I appreciated that. I like
yeah,
musical
and they mix in their original songs with the class, like the whatever I forget the street names you guys were saying. Yeah, and then the beginning song was by Cab Calloway, and it's kind of hard. I mean, because they even mess with their own sound so much, it's hard to tell what's their original recording and what's something they did, just because they try to maintain that like old school sound. Even when you were talking about how this is a cartoon, it's funny when they have like choruses of people singing, you could hear cartoony voices where they're like blah, 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 you know, because they're like
and they have
really
the sound effects of boink,
boink, yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much we're gonna lay out about the movie because it's so damn weird.
I want to make sure that people don't get the impression that it's an animated film. There are animated sequences,
like Terry Gilliam, just like a Monty Python, just like a whatever, where it just kind of helps in, swoops in there, and just because I mean,
it's like animated clip art almost.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'll definitely see the influence of like Max Fleischer cartoons and shit like that.
For sure. Yeah, the Fleischer Studios for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, the movie, I'm going to say, like, it defies any kind of description as far as, like, what the plot is actually
irrational. It
defies
genre. I mean, we know that they're going to save the princess, right? Or not the daughter.
Okay, it's about, there's a house that the basement, there's, like, a doorway that leads to the sixth dimension, which I think is imagination. I think the sixth dimension is imagination. Even though it's a cartoon world, but if you're an atheist, hell's you're in your imagination, right? It's imaginary, right?
All right.
So, it's one of those things, yeah. Well, because I'm trying to figure, is it a cartoon world? I don't think it's a cartoon world.
No, because the real world is fantastical also.
But when the father goes down there, he does say, why go to the real world? So there is something fake about the Forbidden Zone. Not that I should be looking too deep into this. But, you see something enough times. So yeah, and then Frenchie, who's some, I don't know, foreign exchange student or something like that, played by Marie Pascal Elfman.
I like the way that they're all like 30 to 40, or whatever. The one guy with the head.
Yeah,
because I didn't know what the hell was going on. There's this overweight guy who's like 40, and he's sitting at the table. And he's got one of those like
he's
the
probably
little kid,
50,
or 50. He's got one of those little
propeller hats,
little beanie hat with the propeller on it. And I'm like,
he's
what?
The brother.
I'm like, okay, this is just going to be weird. And then they go to school, so he is actually supposed to be like 8 years old.
Right.
And Gramps looks like he's like 20 years younger than him.
Yep.
Yeah, but if anybody even though they don't deal with this until later, did you follow the idea that, like, their last name is Hercules, and the grandfather used to be some famous Jewish wrestler, right?
Right.
And they said, I like this line, because this shows you how this is, like I said, this is very kind of like punk, cynical or whatever, so, every once in a while in this movie, they're making little statements, right, where they said, they're like, oh, he used to be this famous Jewish wrestler, what happened? He's like, well, he yelled at the opposition until he became deaf and dumb. He was so busy yelling at the opposition to not hear the other argument. You know what I mean? It's like there's nuggets of shit to this movie. Like, everybody that's a prisoner in the Forbidden Zone wears the Mickey Mouse ears.
Yeah.
If you're a prisoner in the Forbidden Zone, you get Mickey Mouse ears on because you're whatever. That's a thing, right?
Yeah.
In the 80s, put Mickey Mouse ears on means you're part of the fucking system. You're
Mickey Mouse Club or whatever. Yeah,
well, yeah, you're a sellout or something to do with capitalism, corporatism, bullshit right there.
And the look of this whole thing is like they have rented a stage and drawn or painted cartoonish sets.
Most of it, it looks like
it's like
just paper or cardboard.
Yeah,
but I did like I've always wanted to do the black crumpled up spray painted rock. That is brilliant. I mean, it's probably what most of California was doing at that time, right? The black, even though they probably did a better job, but still,
50s
for sure. Well,
right.
But even in the
I've
60s,
seen some of those movies, I think.
Even I think Adam West Batman was paper mache crumpled up shit. I want to say,
yeah.
But, it's like it's the Sam and Criminy Croft way or whatever the hell it is. That's what this movie reminds me of. It reminds me of some Sam and one of the HR Puff and stuff sort of world.
Oh,
it does.
You got the frog guy. I love the frog.
That frog guy's awesome.
Weird frog guy. Who's just
It's a guy with a giant frog head and he's wearing a tux.
A butler suit, yeah.
But there's something cool about that frog. Just the design of the frog head is cool. Like, it's got eyes that, like, move, like...
And the jaw kind of flaps.
He's kind of like the guard. He's kind of like he's a right-hand man.
He's like the Sam Jackson character.
Yeah, because, we gotta keep...
He runs shit, knows what's going on.
There's the king of the Forbidden Zone, who is played by Herve Villechaize from...
Tattoo from Family Island. Fantasy Island.
Fantasy Island. Tattoo. The plane, all that jazz. The plane. Which I love that he's in this movie, because actually I watched this documentary about him. And, like, all he could do was Fantasy Island, or whatever. He became an alcohol. I mean, he died of alcoholism just because he couldn't do anything else. Richard Elfman, these guys, fucking put him in a movie, 1980, just for something, right? I don't know when he died. I can't recall that.
It was early to mid 80s, I want to say. Because
I think this was the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, it might have been. When you look back on it,
it could have been the last hope.
What the hell did I do?
It had to be fun for him, though, because, he gets to be all up on these girls.
Right? He was actually, like, in a relationship with the queen, actually.
Susan Tyrell.
Susan Tyrell.
They dated or something. They were divorced. Or they married and they were divorced. Or somehow they were at one point together. Yeah. And so while they were making this movie, apparently they were at odds.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Like, Susan Tyrell, from, like, what I've read up on her, she's just, like, known for just... making sure she does nothing that's not fucking oddball. Like, that's what she does, is oddball roles.
She was part of the Andy Warhol scene in the 60s and 70s.
There you go.
I remember her, like, and that was the thing, like, when I'm trying to watch this, I'm hearing the voice, because I've seen that movie Fire and Ice, the Bakshi movie, and she plays the evil queen in
Does
that.
She?
So, like, when I'm sitting there, I'm like, that's her voice. Oh, my God.
I mean, I remember her as a child. I mean, I've been listening to her ever since I was literally, like, 5 years old watching the Chipmunk Adventure movie. She's the bad guy in that. And her voice, to me, her voice is... It's one of those things, because I don't think she's a bad actress at all. She's very believable in her delivery. I mean, yeah, she doesn't, like, play the, whatever, but she's believable in her delivery. Even, like, her weird little death scenes in it. I liked her little, like, oh, my king, she...
Smile at me one more time.
Yeah. Yeah, or, like, even the beginning where she's like, for 1,000 years, we've been, like, I love her fucking voice.
She's got one of those awesome, like, gravelly, I don't know,
it's weird. It's like old school.
That's probably why she does a lot of, like, voice work, or did. I don't know if she's still alive.
It might only be those 2 cartoons. I'm not even sure how many cartoons she did.
Well, according to something I briefly looked up, she was in, but I don't remember this, in Angel and Avenging Angel.
Holy shit. I've always wanted to see
But not Angel 3.
What honor student by day, prostitute by night?
Yeah. I've never seen that movie, and I've always wanted to.
I've never seen that movie. I've always wanted to. It looked cool. Because isn't it like I can't remember? Doesn't someone like kill her family and she goes out in the streets and to avenge them? Like she's using the prostitute.
Avenging it. Yeah, in the first one, she's honor student by day, hooker by night, and she attracts the attention of some like psycho killer or something like that.
Really?
Who's killing hookers?
Oh,
and then like there's a
I didn't
vice
know
cop
she was
that gets
straight off a hooker. I thought she was like only becoming a hooker to like track down something.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen movies like that, but they weren't called Angel. They were
of
the adult variety.
So of course, Frenchie, who's some French student, gets curious and goes down into the Forbidden Zone and gets all wrapped up in the insanity down there. That's
because she leaves class, right? And can we take a second to talk about this class? This is like right out of somebody's dream. It has to be, right? I mean, everybody's in their underwear. So you show up to class.
Isn't that what's weird? Everybody's in their underwear in this movie. I don't know why.
That's I
don't know. Everybody's either in tighty whities or their boxer shorts.
Yeah. Or nothing at all.
Or they're all...
there was a lot of nice girls with nothing at all.
There was no woman that was naked. They were still wearing underwear.
They had in the class without types. Except for the one girl that was turned around backwards, had her ass showing.
Oh,
she was naked, but she was turned around. It was artistic.
Yeah.
Until they go up behind her and go...
Yeah, that was weird. That's the weird part about this movie. Is the weird humping thing. There's a lot of weird...
There's a lot of weird stuff in this movie.
There's a lot of weird stuff in this movie.
It's a weird movie. There's blackface.
Blackface right off the...
You start the movie out with blackface.
Done by a black man.
No, you start the movie out with...
That's probably why they're like, hey, we got our excuse.
You start the movie out with blackface.
But it's
I think it's a white guy on
No, I think it's all black guy.
I thought it was the black guy.
I believe
at the beginning.
Yeah,
I think so.
I think so.
I think it was.
I don't think so.
Huckleberry?
No, I think Huckleberry is a white guy.
Yeah.
The pimp that first finds the
black guy in blackface.
Yeah, that was white guy on blackface.
Old Huck was a honky.
I like when he was sleeping with the dude. He's like, "When's your nearly retarded Swedish husband gonna come?" Yeah, this movie is just so fucking like, I don't even know. It's almost like that. That's why I say it's like a cynicism, right? It's a cynicism. Oh, we don't gotta fucking act right. We don't gotta fucking make it look good. This was punk, right? Before punk turned into the British punk of the safety pins and the leopard print or whatever the fuck have you.
Well, I think the British punk was going on over in Britain. I mean,
they started the style. I can't. I can't talk about music because there's an argument of did British start punk?
British punk and California punk are two different styles.
There's New York punk.
Well, punk started from folk. Punk started from folk. Like Blondie was an original punk person. It's just like when they got talented, they went into the pop industry. So a lot of these people you didn't actually hear as punk because as soon as they got popular, they like learned how to play the instruments. They whatever. But like Susie and the Banshees, Blondie, blah, 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 blah.
The Ramones.
But these guys, I mentioned
they're all CBGBs.
Well, but the Ramones are actually a corporate band. Did you know that? Yeah, Ramones are like put together as a corporate band. They're not
like the Monkees.
Yeah, like the Monkey. Well, just same thing with Sex Pistols, fucking corporate band. So that's what they knew.
Have you seen their movie?
No,
the Great Rock and Roll. No, the Great Rock and Roll Swindle. Because it's like if you like this, you would probably like the Great Rock and Roll Swindle.
Well, I'm saying you almost got you should look at like Gwar movies because like Gwar has the same sort of feel where it's like these guys that they got a warped sense of humor, kind of a black sense of humor. Whatever special effects they can muster, whatever, and they just fucking do it. Whether it sounds great, if anything, the sound is always what's good. Because these people are like professional musicians and professional sound engineers and shit like that.
Yeah.
So movies look like crap and they sound really good.
This movie reminds me a lot of, Brett and I Brett used to show me some videos that were like,
some fucked up shit,
fucked up shit on Adult Swim.
I want to know what Brent's fucked up.
There's sign-off videos, and
but nothing was as fucked up as what Tom has shown me. But anyhow, that's besides the fact.
This is gonna be.
Oh
my god!
But
I had to go there.
I mean, like this movie kind of reminds me a lot of like it reminds me of Adult Swim.
Yeah,
like a lot of like the crazy cartoons, or especially like the bumps and teasers that Adult Swim uses, and even back in the 80s in MTV, early days of MTV.
In many ways, it does feel like you're watching like an hour and a half long version of the bumps on early.
It was that. What would you call it? Not what counterculture?
Yeah.
That's humor, right?
But that's what I was thinking.
Gotta be that way,
when
man.
I was watching this was like, not so much the humor. I mean, it's part of it, but that it's part of like a counterculture movement that was going on at the time with these like midnight movies. I mean, the same culture that produced Forbidden Zone, I think, gave us Eraserhead and Pink Flamingos.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, maybe Rocky Horror Picture Show, but I think that was still like.
What about Heavy Metal?
Like heavy metal, yeah. I mean, it was that kind of, we're doing these.
It's like, hey, we're just gonna do weird shit that like.
We're just gonna do what we want.
Well, it's like what punk was to music. This, these type of movies is to movies.
Exactly. I'm going to do what I want. I guess what would you call
but
Slacker,
they're
Clerks,
experimental.
the whole.
Well, those are way later.
They're way later, but it's still the idea that like I'm thumbing my nose to the corporate bullshit that says you need this to
yeah,
make
that's
a movie.
That's what early MTV.
This is only whatever.
About.
Well, we were talking about how there's actually two guys in this movie that I don't even know what the fuck they are. Comedians, artists, I really don't know. They have bald heads and they have boxing gloves, and they're just. It's like, I guess this was a thing. I don't necessarily know if this is supposed to be performance art. I don't know. But people have said that they were MTV bumpers, just because, like I said, it's a California thing, right? This is all a California thing.
And I mean, like, now, I mean, the stuff that you would relate it to now is Adult Swim.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
How do you even think of to do this shit? How do you think of two guys in boxing gear standing up on the thing going?
No, that's something they did by themselves. It's one of those things that was their thing.
Drugs. Lots of drugs. It's like a base brain activity. It's just like
drugs.
But just think of
weird.
But think of I don't know. I mean,
it's almost like
who does those sign off videos that you were showing me.
It's Off the Air. And then they have off the air food, off the air colors, off the air lights.
I've seen those.
Yeah, they're very basic. Go with one word idea and then create all this.
But it's like a stream of consciousness kind of thing. Where I mean, that's what I thought while I was watching this movie, going wait, where does this where do the ideas for these scenes come up? Why do we decide to do this next or this? Because you can't. There's no way that you can anticipate what this movie's going to do.
I mean,
that's a good thing.
There's a simple. I mean, it does have a simple story of when Frenchie goes down there, the king sees oh my god, she's just one of these hot chicks. I'm going to put her in the cell where I put my favorite concubines. Then he finds out later she's of French heritage, and I guess of course he is, I suppose. And he's
he wants
the French are the
descendants from God.
Yeah,
he wants
I've been practicing my Herve.
My favorite part is when he sings. It's so awful.
No, I love it when the princess sings because she has that California voice where she's like, "Don't you worry, Mom. I will oversee now." She has this California this is why I love the movie. The music is why I love the movie.
It's the best part of the movie, I will say.
By far,
because even the background music, it's got the cool saxophones. It's always got something going on with music or something, and that's why it's that's why it's they were just kind of making this thing to wrap their music around, kind of to make their musical piece, I suppose.
Yeah. That one scene with Danny Elfman, because he's the devil at one point, and the Mystic Knights, the Oingo Boingo, are these zombies that are his rhythm section or whatever. And that was the one that, because, obviously you've seen, Nightmare Before Christmas and, these other films that Danny Elfman has done, in the years since. And I'm, sitting there going, I can hear the same instrumentation, but I don't hear, that full-blown, presentation of a Danny Elfman type song, but that one I thought
he was
the
doing
closest.
That traditional.
It was Minnie the Moocher.
Yeah, Minnie the
Moocher. To be his own, but still, it just had that. Yeah, it had that Danny Elfman.
Yeah,
because it had a march because it was
yeah. The weird mixed version of Minnie the Moocher.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. I really like when Susan Tyrrell sings that. Hatch from the Witch's Egg. She talks about how her father tells her that she should marry a man or she should marry a woman because she's too mean for a man, and how she actually should find the devil. It's a fucking weird song.
She wrote that.
Yeah, she helped write the lyrics to that.
I kind of like the ABC song. And the
there's isn't there weird songs that's for no reason you're
weird.
E-I-O.
I guess when they're going FFF, F-U-C-K, and then the black guys are in the back going you.
I really like the what is it? 100,000 volts, 100,000 volts, 20 million volts. In her caboose will help her see the error of her. Dum 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 dum.
Right. You have the guys that chain up on the walls.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure are the black guys from the classroom scene.
They're all. I said,
sure
this is all.
They're all in there.
They're all the Mystic Knights. We got a few special guest stars, like you said, that Herve dude. Susan Tyrrell, Joe Spinell makes a special appearance in this from Maniac fame, from fucking
Dark
Rocky. He was Tony Gazzo in Rocky.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've seen
Rock. Did I tell you to bust his thumbs? Rock, when you don't do what I tell you to do, you make it look like we're running a charity out here. He was in Godfather 1 and 2.
Yeah, 1 and 2.
Yeah, dude. They say Joe Spinell's the best. Just co-starring actor. He will raise your movie up just by being a guy in the movie, just because he has a presence about himself. He has a very realistic presence.
A very sweaty, greasy presence.
Sweaty, greasy.
Yeah, because he's not like a pretty guy, but he's got a real presence, man. A real presence. I love Joe Spinell. He's one of my favorite actors of all time. For what? Like I said,
Star Crash.
Star Crash, thank
Emperor
you.
Zorg.
I've always loved Tony Gaza.
I don't even remember Star Crash at this point.
Oh wow!
I think we were all that
he
drunk.
had like a big Dracula cape. So
there's nothing you can say.
He was voiced over.
Was he the one that was just making up the script as he went?
I think
we have to fight.
No, he was voiced over though.
Floating City. Yes,
that was voiced over. No, that was the guy from Sound of Music.
Yeah, that was a dude from Sound of Music. Making shit up as they're going. We got to Flying City.
I'm wrong. That was the Emperor. Joe Spinell was the Count.
He was the Count.
He's the bad guy.
The bad guy.
I want to talk about the character Squeeze It, who we meet before they go into the lunchroom or the school, where for some reason he's in the trash. And I like how there's that lady. It's like I said, you can tell these people. I mean, I'm sure they're all amateur fucking actors, right? Because that lady had a really good accent. She's like, "Boy, would you get a load of that guy? You know, what a joke or whatever."
Maybe amateur actors, but they felt like stage stars.
That's
where they all come from.
Yeah,
very theatrical.
And so Squeeze It is some guy he's in a trash can for some reason, and he is to me he's the most natural
for every reason because he should be in a trash can.
And if you see, we watched the colorized version that they did a few years ago, but if you see the original black and white version, the actor that plays Squeeze It, what was his name? Tojibe? He had almost a Japanese name. It was really weird. I can't recall. So, but he actually has that look of a 1940 star, right? They put that dark makeup on.
The dark lipstick on him.
Even in the eyes, they do the eyeliner. And his voice, he's got that soft voice and he had that story about how
it's Ugg Fudge Buana.
No, that wasn't it.
No?
Oh, that was the
Toshiro Baloney?
That's Toshiro Baloney. So that's obviously a pseudonym.
So obviously his real name.
And so he
Hyman Diamond is another star.
Hyman Diamond.
So he had his story about how his transvestite sister disappeared in the basement. That's what convinces Frenchie to try to go in there. And he's got that story, which is when I first heard it, I was like, "What the fuck?" But he's like, "I think I've finally mastered the ability of
to astral project.
Astral project. And my mother hurt me so bad, and when the pain, I couldn't stand the pain anymore. I felt like I left my body, and I saw my sister. It was just like, this is fucked up, man." And you see the sister with the Mickey Mouse ears on, because she's a prisoner, of course. Prisoner of the fucking man,
same
right?
actor.
Yeah, same actor, just dressed in drag, singing some song. And when he starts messing up, the frog cuts his ear off and eats it. Oh, I love that frog. That frog is so crazy.
Well, later on, when he was like, "The queen said she was going to gouge us with 20-inch cattle prods,
and I'm still waiting." That's the best line of the whole movie. We're still waiting. But it's weird. He acts like a chicken for no fucking reason. He acts like a chicken.
He's they shut him away in that room with the chickens. That's why.
And the mother's like, "You want to see the chicken boy?" Joe Spinell's just the Navy dude. She thinks she's gonna bring him to the family or something like that. But yeah, she just wants to see the. You want to see the chicken boy? It's but it's got nothing to do with. They don't explain it. They don't he just acts like a chicken.
And then the chicken talks to him.
That was funny. Well, we'd be there for you, but you can't do anything. Exactly. We're chickens. I mean, it is one. I mean, trust me, the more you watch this movie, the funnier it gets. Just because you start to loosen up about it. Well, to me, you start to listen to the music more. You start getting into the lyrics, what they're saying.
The life of a sailor, baby.
Oh, yeah, I love that. Because, her face gets all sad.
She's like, "I got a hard heartache that won't wait. I got to leave in an hour."
Yeah, the ship's
an hour.
An hour.
No, that's a sailor's life, baby. She's all... Yeah. Which we think is Susan Tyrrell. We think it was her.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned that the movie was originally black and white. Yeah. Which is, that's I mean, that's an anomaly, too. They said they wanted to shoot it on 16 millimeter, then eventually went to 35. And the idea was, they made this movie for $300,000, that they were going to ship it off to China and have it hand-tinted, but that, wasn't in the budget. They couldn't afford it.
But supposedly later on, when this was made, this was colorized by some classic company that's colorized.
But that was 2008. So, I mean,
2008.
That's really, as of right now, recent compared to when
1980.
So it got colored in 2008. So
this
was shot in black and white?
Yeah, this is a black...
That's a fantastic transformation to color.
Isn't it?
Because there was a lot of times I was sitting there going, Now, I mean, knowing that, I was sitting there going like, so the choice of making like the guy in the zoot suit in the back of the classroom, having him in a purple wardrobe, that's not the filmmaker's intent. Then,
well, but we don't know that because I mean, at least the filmmaker. We should have watched the introduction on this DVD. Because Richard Elfman has a little introduction
to see if he got to.
But I'm sure he dealt with everything. I'm sure it might have been purple when they did it, or at least
we're certain that it was shot on black and white.
Was it shot in color and then made black and white?
No, it was black and white.
Shot because it was cheap as
black. Cheap as. I can't even believe you said 300,000.
That's like I said, a fantastic transformation to color. Like,
isn't it?
Modern technology. Man.
Wow.
Well, that's why I like.
It still has that weird pastel haze.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
The zombie eyes, where they had the yellow, the yellow eyes with the red corneas, pupils, red pupils. That was like really cool to look at. And I'm like, that's one of the things that somebody made that decision after the fact.
Yeah, way after the fact.
Like, we're gonna do this. We should give them like weird red and yellow eyes.
Wow. Yeah.
The lighting in this is probably the worst lighting I've ever seen for a feature. It's not even good stage. I mean, it is stage lighting, but it's not even good in that sense. Like,
I don't think that was their first concern, to tell you the truth.
Well,
probably not.
I almost wonder if that was intentional, though.
I don't know.
I
don't know if you can.
We were saying there's only a few shots in this to me that feel cinematic. There's one when during the Minnie the Moocher cover where the princess is there, and they're doing that slow zoom in, not slow necessarily, but they're doing that zoom in. To me, that's I love that image. That's a beautiful image of her, like worried, looking at coming after her. And then there was one scene during the dancing where the camera was down low, and the people all the girls were like dancing, kind of like going kind of parallel down, almost like a hallway or whatever. And it's like those were really the only two really cinematic shots in the movie. But
I think it feels like, and I'm assuming that this is the case, that you got people who were educated in stagecraft and musical theater who said, let's make a movie, don't know shit about making movies, and just said this is what you do. Because I mean, there was a lot of
this is damn Easy Rider, right?
Eye lines didn't match up.
No, they take what they knew and put film. They're like, we're gonna insert a camera into this, and
didn't they do a lot of like Mystical Nights, Oingo Boingo, like stage shows and stuff like that? So basically, this is basically an adaptation.
It's almost like a live.
It's a movie version of those things, a full length feature
before MTV,
connected by the animation.
You had, I mean, this is their music video. I mean, that's what we're saying. It's like The Wall or Tommy. Or,
it's just it's like a musical visual experience. It's just putting a visual experience to your music, almost because I mean, back in the day, music videos were created specifically just to show the record companies, not for any other reason. They were only there to promote bands to the record companies. That's the only reason you would make a video. That's it. And then one day it's like, we've got all these videos. That's how MTV came around. It was just we've got
Friday
all these
night videos before that. You remember?
What?
Anybody?
No, holy shit!
No. It was like on Friday nights at like 10.
Tell us, sir.
Tell us,
NBC.
Tell us about when things.
Let's get around the fire and you tell us what's going on.
When there was 3 channels
on NBC.
I want to say it was NBC. There were 3 channels, and at Friday nights at like 10:30.
Did America Bandstand do videos?
15 miles uphill both ways, huh?
It was like after the news.
But didn't America Bandstand do videos?
I don't remember. I don't think so.
I thought they did some videos though.
My memory.
I could be completely wrong. Yeah, I'm not like whatever.
The Beatles,
dancing. Yeah.
All I know is that music videos were made for just promotional to the companies, and then it became the thing, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And I mean,
There's also a Friday Night Live for a brief period of time. Okay.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
And I can only guess this movie. I mean, is what made the Oingo Boingo just became this cult thing in California, supposedly creating ska. The whole horns with punk. Supposedly creating that. I don't know if they're credited with it or if they self-proclaim it. As far as I know, like you said, these guys were from 72. These guys have been rocking since fucking 1972. And I want to say, exactly.
Well, they only rocked for like 10 years.
But then the Oingo Boingo rocked
since 92.
But the Oingo Boingo rocked until 94 was their final finale show.
Oh, yeah?
94 or 96. So, I mean, Oingo Boingo, plus, like I said, Oingo Boingo is so embedded in all these movies. And then Danny Elfman, one of the only goddamn 80s pop stars to rise above the bullshit pop scene and actually do full orchestra music, right? I mean,
yeah.
And won a fucking Oscar.
I can't think of too
many. How many other pop stars from the 80s? He won an Oscar for Men in Black. Did he win an Oscar? Yeah, did he? I'm pretty sure he won an Oscar for does some Captain Google guy want to back me up here? I'm pretty sure Danny Elfman got a...
It's true.
Because it's one of those, like, I thought it was like a pity Oscar. It's like he's deserved it so many times before. They're like, Men in Black, let's give him the Oscar.
Well, there was a period of time when it just seemed like everything was Danny. Like, it's distinct, the Pee-wee's Big Adventure, the Tales from the Crypt, the Simpsons, Batman, I mean, like everything, Edward Scissorhands, Tim Burton stuff.
He had that quirky... Dun 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 dun
Beetlejuice.
Yeah. La 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 la
la. Yep.
Doesn't do that anymore. No,
he does not do that.
He did like the theme to Spider-Man. Anybody?
It was.
But it's still like that's
not the new one.
Sounds like him. The old one. Yeah, the Sam Raimi one.
Yeah.
You still get that sense.
But there's nothing. We'll see.
It wasn't like
you get the Danny Elfman sense,
even from like Spider-Man stuff. He may have.
I didn't think I get. I got just. It was a really just like driving thing of a no.
I still think. Well, I mean, I still think there's that through line that just kind of.
Because it's not like that. Like I said, it's not like that. La 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 ding 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 bells and shit.
Right.
La la la. Of course, I mean, we'd be foolish if not to mention. I mean, the reason I love this movie, the reason it came on my radar is because I'm a fucking Danny Elfman fan. I've been an Oingo Boingo fan ever since I heard Dead Man's Party and Weird Science, and then it got me into, of course, Nightmare Before Christmas. Well, I saw Nightmare Before Christmas actually when it first came out in theaters, before all these fucking Gloom cookies like got a hold of it. What the fuck?
I've never seen Nightmare.
Wait, what are Gloom cookies?
This is driving me crazy. It's the best musical in the world. Not the best movie, best musical, I swear. Nightmare Before Christmas?
Repo,
this man's never seen...
Oh, you know what? Shut up! Just
turn off his mic. Turn off his mic.
No more.
No more.
Everybody yell at Colin.
Get over it. Get over it.
We're all going to take turns.
Danny Elfman was a real musical genius, goddammit. Wrote a musical. So this...
My favorite musical is Sound of Music.
Wait a second.
Yeah, of course, everybody is.
Before we get too far away from it, what are Gloom cookies?
Gloom cookies,
goth people.
They're goth, heroin.
If you go into
look at the Crow 1 and 2.
Nightmare Before Christmas have been co-opted.
Gloom cookies.
Like on all the
Gloom cookies. They're heroin goth
you get
people.
Like lunch pails.
Repo is Gloom cookie.
That sounds like some people
Crow City of Angels.
Like,
Gloom free. I am allergic.
That's what it sounds like.
Are these people? Are the people the Gloom cookies?
They wear the striped like high knee socks.
Yeah.
Like
the emo.
You have no idea.
It's emo.
I'm gonna spend the next 3 hours after we're done here Googling Gloom cookies.
But what if I'm just so awesome that this is all my... I'm like...
He can make it
I'm like Buddha where you enlighten yourself. You don't just go off.
It's a cooler name for emo. I actually kind of like it.
Okay, so I like this because this is kind of like... This is kind of like... Hold on. This is kind of like Danny Elfman's first musical.
It's a goth comic book series.
Well, come on, let's get off
that. Makes sense.
This is like Danny Elfman's first musical. Like, because right after this is when he did Pee-wee's, his first movie. Well, not right after this, because Pee-wee was like 84, 82 or something like that, right? 84, right?
I want to say 84.
I want to say 84.
I want to say 84, yeah.
So then, of course, like I said, Nightmare Before Christmas, you got The Corpse Bride, you got... other music. Well,
what are we saying that? Yeah. Well, it wasn't a musical, was it?
Well, no, but it had like at least 2 or 3 numbers, didn't it?
I don't even remember.
I thought it at least had 2 or 3 musical numbers because that's what was so weak about it. It's like,
I expected it to be something like Nightmare Before Christmas.
Exactly, that's what was wrong with it, right? So that's why I just love this fucking movie, regardless of how bizarre it is, regardless of how there's just some shit I like about this fucking movie.
Fucking bizarre.
Think about
the naked girl. I think her name was
the princess.
Oh man, Viva. She was
Dude, thank God for her. I swear.
I was hoping to see Frenchie naked.
Yeah, but still, that's one of those things where it's like I like it because it does have that kind of sexy cabaret feel.
Yeah,
it does.
She's topless in every scene that she's in.
Topless. She's holding her like hair up, so you can see like that's why I love her. She comes in the scene with her hair up. With her arm just holding her the bun.
Those nipples are like torpedoes.
Holy shit! I can't believe it. Yeah,
they're
glad you brought it up.
There's something else. Yeah, I don't know if they're good or bad. I can't.
No, they were great. They were really great.
That's the best thing when you have the friend who can be the creeper for you. Think of all the good stuff.
Thank you.
She's a very good-looking girl who was not afraid to wander around through the entire film with her top off.
Yeah, couldn't act, couldn't sing,
and dance and everything. I mean, there are times where she was shaking.
That was a cool scene at the very end. That was a cool scene where it's like, "Welcome to the land of sin and pleasure," where it's like obviously they're reversing the dance, like they're dancing. She's like dancing in a circle, but they're reversing it. That's fucking weird.
Yeah,
it's cute. That's just cute. You didn't see that?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, you gotta see that. They're reverse. This movie requires multiple watches actually.
Well, there's a lot of shit going on. I mean, like even when we went into the the classroom scene. Like Sean goes, I see Hitler. I mean, so you look over and there's like a guy dressed like Hitler, but
you want to stop and watch
there's
everything.
Weird shit going on in the background of like.
There's
everything.
a girl that has like cat makeup on. She's wearing leopard skin prints, and like some people are guys are dressed up like girls.
I don't know.
Like
those were the same like those were the same guys
as the pig nose ones?
The pig nose girls.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
The teacher as well, like, I don't know what it is, but it's fascinating to look at that.
It was weird.
It's weird. It's just like you can't take your eyes off it. I don't know what it is.
Like, and I don't know if like
lips and everything. Oh, it's fascinating. I don't know what
I don't know if like
can't look away.
Okay, get the. I mean, this is a weird thought, but just follow me here, and I don't mean to offend anybody.
Everybody, hang on.
Well, this is the audience. I don't want to offend the audience. Because it's going to be a statement that some people might not like, but I got to make it.
Oh boy!
Because it's not that bad. But it might be.
Just leave out the Jews.
In the 80s, like, okay, if you watch early trauma movies, if you watch this, how they're very cynical about homosexuality, about almost like a weird, like, you know what I'm saying? There's like a very weird, like, I don't want to say, they're not demeaning it. They're not saying this is the degradation of society or nothing like that. They're just...
But they're drawing attention to it.
Exactly, they're drawing attention to it. Yeah. And sometimes, because I like when the dude brings up his cross-dresser, the guy's like, yeah, he's a faggot. He's like, you're the faggot, you know? Or, you know, so they kind of protect it, but they still kind of, like, urge this weird, like, not, you know, like I said, it's not about, like, whatever.
Yeah, I guess maybe I read it wrong. I thought that probably a lot of the people in the cast were gay, just like getting on with, like, a, you know, and that was probably, like,
but I don't know. To me, it seems a little cynical, because just the way how the grandpa, the nephew were just, like, humping everything and anything, and just kind of, I mean, it's all cynical, right? There's nothing about this movie not 100% fucking cynical. Just cynical. There's an Oingo Boingo song called "Ain't This the Life," and even though this has nothing to do with this movie, just the idea of how cynical these people are. Where he goes, one of the lines is "hanging out with Lynn and Susie, have a damn it, I'm forgetting it now. Have a something in the jacuzzi." You know, they're very cynical about just the life people are living or something. Sure, I mean, I don't know if it's everybody's life or... Because you can't be cynical about everybody's. Everybody feels like their own important shits, whatever. So you could just be cynical about... I guess
in the way maybe, you know, that everybody... So, like, everyone is treated as a sex object. There's women in chains in the basement of this place.
But that's so
everybody's like...
exploitationism.
Anytime, right? like the grandpa, they hump. Like, if they see a woman, they hump.
They humped a guy once or twice in there, too. They didn't care.
I cannot believe I could forget that fucking lyric.
They remind me of, like, humping Mario Brothers, you know? Because like, they would all take their turn.
His beard.
Right? Because they walk behind each other and boop.
Yeah.
But I love Marie Pascal's name, Susan B. Hercules. There's something about that to me that's like, damn, there's just something about that I like.
Did you know that
Quirky.
In addition to being the director's wife, she was also the production designer for the entire movie? All those sets were hers.
Wow. I don't know if I would admit that.
but it was like various monkeys. Like I said, it's like, I mean, literally cardboard with the doors cut out. They'd open the cardboard like
it was an art style.
There was a car that was made out of cardboard, and the guy was like, in order to drive it, he was walking.
Well, like I said, if you watch like Guar videos, it's all like styrofoam, like whatever, and it's all done in their style because they're only as good as artists as they are. They're not realists or nothing like that, so it still has their like kind of quirkiness to it.
It's intentionally cheap in order to have a style. It's like our style is going to be,
really, really
cardboard,
cheap.
Yeah, because even look at the scenery when there's the two boxer guys and there's just the big heads that look like that. It's like that is that look like Yellow Submarine type drawings and stuff like that. They're very simple, very because like I said, this came out in 80, but I'm sure they started making it in 78, 79 or something like that, right? So
probably they were working on it for 10 years. No, I don't know.
Who knows?
This is probably one of those things that you shoot a little bit, then
go
back and...
I see what they were going for, but to me, like, the most impressive set was, maybe I'm a minimalist, I don't know, but the white room.
You're a minimalist.
With the
long dining room
table and the guy as the chandelier, the naked guy.
The guy with hanging on some sort of, which I mean that's a talent, right? He was hanging straight, and it is one of those things where you could turn around. I mean, they got kind of an acrobat.
He's got the candles in his feet too.
He's holding candles by his toes and his hands.
Well, yeah, but I mean everybody in this thing seemed to have some kind of physical prowess. It's something. I mean, in the school. The black guy gets up there and does the dance.
Or whatever.
There's always some kind of like
the old Yiddish guy before he gets zapped by the gun. He's doing his thing too.
That was Richard Elfman.
Yeah,
that was Richard Elfman. He's doing that. I like how that was reversed too.
Right.
It was all like, but until they edited to that when you clap your hands, that's what it edited to for. Yeah. Brilliant.
And the 80s was really good at or maybe it was the 70s that started, but like the speeding up the film. And different scenes, So
I mean, it was even happening before that.
That was even what would you call that Benny Hill comedy, right?
It feels something like that.
That,
where like
that dancing.
Even like the Beatles would do it, where like the feet don't look like they're moving, but they're all walking in a line.
I love that. Like you were saying, how this is like a 30s cartoon. I like that idea that when the father comes down. There's the three to the forbidden zone. Yeah, there's the three like fat girls just sitting there eating bananas. So he's like, "Whoa, hello, ladies!" Whoa. And then he like walks a little bit. And he finds the frog butler fucking the princess, and I like how she just goes, "Oh, oh, 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 oh." That's her only reaction is the point and like make a sound. And then when he runs back and he slips on the banana peels, the fat girls eat. It's like, that's how you wrap a scene. Yeah. I mean, there could have been a few more things in there to make it really feel like it wrapped around. But
that's
still,
pretty tight. That's airtight.
I appreciate the thought. I mean, I really think they were on a lot. I like it when he gets imprisoned after that, and then the grandpa and the kid or whatever his fucking name of the kid, 4-year-old guy. When they find
the what?
Gramps.
Flash.
Flash or whatever.
Flash.
I wish that's more like Flash.
When he's in the jail cell, they're like, "We'll get you out of here, Pops." He goes, "Why? I'm a rat up there. I'm a rat down here."
He wasn't that Jewish.
Yeah.
The really Jewish guy was the.
That's Mel Brooks.
No, he was that Jewish. Go back and listen to it. He goes, "Why be in that world? He did the world.
He wasn't also Count
in the veil." He said in the veil. He said in the veil world. Why be in the veil world?
I born to bite your goyans.
So what's the deal with the? So there's a quick scene like as this is coming to its climax. There's this girl. She's all tied up, and then the Shriners get her.
The Shriners, yeah.
They're like,
they hump her to death.
Yeah, the queen.
Oh, they gang rape the shit.
Yeah, the queen like makes the
well,
queen.
When you
like,
put it like that, Brent, Jesus.
Well,
yeah, the queen has her own like crazy like sex depraved like crazy like
sex
whatever
depraved Shriners.
Yeah,
and the punishment is he's gonna throw her into the cell with the
spikes.
The sex depraved Shriners.
Oh, we forgot to mention that. I like the real queen scene when Flash the kid finds it's the ex-queen, but the other queen seduced me even though I'm not attracted to her, or whatever for some reason. And she's like, but I've been keeping myself busy by writing a screenplay.
And he's just humping her.
But he's humping her for some reason. That's my only problem with the movie, really, is all these weird humping things. I'm like,
he's humping.
Whatever, I guess.
They get so wrapped up in their humping, they even hump each other. Like
for some reason, I think that's funny when he's humping her, the grandpa hits him on the head, he humps her, then he just goes back and starts humping the grandpa. It's like in a weird line. Oh, it's a ridiculous thing, but it's funny.
Yeah, at that point, it's like this sort of like Lemmings-like idea, like one, the idea as a whole. Yeah, everybody just, it doesn't matter who's in the way, just hump away.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily know what they were trying to say there. I don't know. They're just like, that's all we think about, or
the unbridled
those characters anyway.
Something like that. Because, like I said, there's some things in this movie where it's like, holy shit, they made a point there. They kind of made like one of those like anti-fucking like the man points here.
Well, and like with the bottomless girl that's backwards, there's almost like these humping stations. Like they know that they're supposed to get to this point, or like the fat chicks, like you get there
it's
and
the end of the level for the Mario Brothers as we were talking about earlier.
you have to hump
jumping on the flag. They just
or it gives them power, power.
Well, I mean, sex is some type of currency in this world. The king wants to throw over the queen because the Frenchie has shown up and he wants to hump her. You got Satan wants to hump the princess. I mean, everybody wants. There's some kind of action going on. Like
it's just a very sexual movie. But I think just the exploitation cabaret or whatever you want to call it. The idea of
it was kind of a fun game to watch and see when what's her face's boobs were gonna fall out.
It's funny, right? Yeah, it's very funny that she always lets it. Yeah. She always lets it come out a little bit. I just love her. There's something about her I love, dude. I don't know what it is, man.
Yeah, she's pretty great.
Travis has got like a serious
just eccentric. She's very eccentric. I love her.
And she's got a set of lungs on her.
Her voice is just awesome. Lungs. She's just got that awesome voice.
Her voice.
I mean, I guess we should just talk about like the ex-queen shows up and like kind of like I like puts out the fucking switchblade, Yeah, it's fucking classic. It's like it's going up your ass next, faggot. Oh my god, that was so crazy. And what do you say? Your buns smell like locks, honey. I can smell it from here. Yeah. I've not looked up what locks is. I don't know what that means. Does anybody know what that means? Your buns smell like locks, honey. I can smell them from here.
Fish?
Is locks fish?
Locks are
she was wearing locks.
But I don't know. I don't know what they mean by that. What do locks smell like?
Like locks and bagels.
Your buns smell.
Well, I don't know what that is, but right.
Should we Google it, locks, real quickly, so we don't seem like complete morons?
That's right.
Because I have always wondered this. It's like your bun, because it smells. He said it like it's such a weird, feminine way. Like your buns smell like locks.
Locks. LOX is a fish.
There you go. Your buns smell like locks, honey. I can smell it from here. That's funny. I like that line. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like what's really funny. Notice how it's like they did that really cheesy throw the knife, and they just stuck the knife in Susan Tyrrell's wrist. But then she threw the knife, and they actually did a special effect for showing the thing through his leg. I was like, that's weird. I wonder what.
Yeah, and that sort of
guy was off the day that.
Well, that's sort of realism.
A wristlet that could just slide it into.
Yeah. Like this movie, it's kind of shocking when you actually see like a realistic violent shot because like everything is so fantastical. Oh boy!
So yeah, I think that was the Forbidden Zone.
The Forbidden Zone. In the end, I mean, it what, the queen?
Frenchie becomes the queen.
Frenchie becomes the queen.
Yeah, I love that final song where she goes, "You are my kingy." She says kingy. She calls him kingy. I think that's cute.
Yeah,
you are my kingy.
Probably so they could rhyme Frenchie.
Maybe.
You guys, I think it's Jackass 3.
What? Whoa. All right, stop here.
Well, I can see a big influence from this film on those characters, or those, whatever, those jackasses, because like the whole end scene of this, and I know it's reminiscent of like the 1920s big, musical, but it's like they have seen this film and the theatrics that they do in their films. I can see it, and now I kind of get a sense of where it came from.
Brent, your mind is fascinating.
It's from possibly from this.
You make up your own history.
It could be. I don't know for sure.
That's a beautiful human being.
I don't know for sure, but we'll see.
I just thought it was funny that it doesn't return to the real world at the end of the.
They're happy being there.
Everybody's happy being in the sixth dimension.
They'll be in the imaginary world. I like the final song because they say
Dad was
like, "Welcome to the land of sin and pleasure." Like come with us as we conquer like galaxies and planets. Like it's such a weird. It's so to me like once you like learn the lines and the dialogue and stuff like that, it is one of those things where there's kind of a bigger world. There's a bigger universal world if you only read the script, right? There is kind of this big, because like I said, the sixth dimension is going to create, the king's plan is to create fucking zombie babies to take over the other realities or whatever.
That's true.
Yeah. When you see the zombie babies march. The zombie babies march. I'll have the Air Corps. The Marine Corps.
The zombie Air Corps. The zombie.
Jeez.
You dumb fuck! So I don't. Like I said, to me personally, that is what I get when they don't give me everything, and they do say a line about conquering other galaxies. And it's like, boom, my mind gets in there, my imagination gets in there. Then my imagination starts to fill in everything. Nudge it and everything that actually lacked in there, just because you got the characters, you got the fantasy, you could take it on your own and build more around it. Build more of a whatever. I mean, there's not much sense to be made of it, but whatever it is, man.
And the theme apparently was repurposed for the theme for the Dilbert cartoon show. Just throwing that.
I'm sorry.
What?
Okay, explain this.
Now you're just reading shit and
throwing it out.
Espousing it back to us.
Yeah,
and now you expect us to figure it out.
Dilbert is the comic book.
Yeah, the Dilbert cartoon show wasn't around very long.
Okay,
we got that.
But how are you relating this?
The theme to Forbidden Zone, Danny Elfman used it for the theme to the Dilbert cartoon show.
Really?
That's what Wikipedia says.
Living in the sixth dimension, things get rough.
He says it's a different orchestration or different whatever.
I gotta check that out now. Hopefully we're not wrong.
Hopefully we're not wrong.
I mean, we have been.
It was on IMDb. It was on IMDb trivia. I believe he's right.
And we heard that they're making a part 2 now. Hopefully.
They're always making a part 2 or something.
Pretty sure Susan Tyrrell's dead. I know Herve is dead. Well, I mean, I guess her character died anyway.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
And Richard Elfman
I can't even imagine what they were doing. Oh, that's so sad.
Sadness. Damn it.
And wait, did we figure out how they're related to Jenna Elfman?
Doesn't Richard Elfman have a son named Bodhi?
Yes.
Yes, who married Jenna.
Who became Darman Craig. All right.
And that's the Forbidden Zone.
That's like the first part of how like the Coppolas, anybody can get a job as a fucking Coppola. It's like when I saw that Jenna Elfman, I was like, oh my god, is it beginning the Elfman family dynasty in Hollywood? Like, my kid's gonna be in it now.
And that's as far as it went.
It is as far as it went. Darman Gray. Even though Jenna Elfman, what movie? She was just in some comedy movie. I mean, small role in a modern day comedy in the past year or two. I don't know what the fuck it was.
I believe Travis is correct.
I'm pretty sure.
Probably are.
I can't recall if it was.
She's not really
I just can't recall. I
have no idea.
Darman Gray.
She was on some talk show promoting the fact that she was in something.
Yeah.
But there it is.
Why don't you wrap it up, Brett?
Wrap it up, Brett. Wrap up.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Wrap.
Okay, audience, I urge you, don't see this movie. Do not watch this movie. Don't watch it. Get the soundtrack. Listen to the soundtrack, because that's where you're gonna get all your joy from, is the music in this, and it's very simple. Don't waste. I know we've been talking about this and having a good time talking about it, but I urge you not to watch.
We lured him into a false sense of.
You son of a bitch! We're having a good time here, laughing about the fucking Star Crash.
Live it up, live it up. Oh.
Laughing it up, fuzzball.
Tom, this may be your last wrap up for a while.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
make it a good one.
Yeah.
Holy shit! That was your wrap up. I like it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's all.
So,
wow.
This movie is beyond strange. It's weird. It is a product of a
put that on the poster.
Drug-induced, warped mind. However, it is very much a product of the like, you know, if you grew up in the 80s watching those like weird MTV bumpers, or, you know, if you watch Adult Swim and you like Adult Swim and all the fucking weirdness that Adult Swim entails.
I like it for 15 minutes.
Yeah, but like, there's a lot of people out there.
An hour and 12 minutes.
You know, viewers. Well, there's a lot of viewers out there who like the weirdness that is fucking Adult Swim, and if you can tolerate that stuff, then you know what, you're gonna enjoy this movie.
No, I don't think that's right, because I love Adult Swim.
You know,
and I didn't.
Hey, this movie was just as warped as those goddamn crows.
Yeah, but those are only like.
Are you talking about Drinky Crow, or what's his name?
Nah, it's a fucking damn.
I mean, I don't want to go all into it. I'm just saying.
We'll cut it there, but we're gonna have to see this. Just know what the fucking crows are. After
the fucking crows, man. God damn it!
It's a music video thing, and
it's fucked up.
Yeah, no.
So
nobody will get it.
Yeah, if you like that really weird shit, you're gonna. I mean, you need to check this movie out. However, for the rest of the normal world, you should probably, you know, this movie definitely ain't for everybody. It's fucking weird. Normal people probably stay far away. But if you like that, if you like the 80s stuff, the MTV, if you like Adult Swim and all that weirdness that entails, you'll really like this movie. Me, I don't know. I'm torn. I guess, I don't know. It was,
I'm surprised you just didn't hate it. I'm surprised that you're giving it even a torn. It's like, wow.
This is like probably the most positive fucking like review of my movie ever had. I thought it was the weirdest. I thought this was going to be the one he was going to blow up about. That's funny.
I like the fucking frog. The frog is pretty fucking cool.
Frog.
You know, I kind of wish I'd been a little bit more drunker. I think that would have been...
I told you to get there. You got to get to the sixth dimension.
You sure you're not there, more drunker?
Well, now he's right for the movie. Yeah, it's time to start it again.
I'm good. I enjoyed my time. It was weird, but it's. I don't think I'll watch it again. But if you, it's, you know, if you're the right person.
You know.
I mean, you can't really give it a positive. It's like you're either not gonna like it or you're gonna like it, and you know who you are.
Classic.
I will never watch this movie again, but I will recommend this movie to everyone I come across because.
For pain and suffering purposes?
I'll never watch it again.
You just got to experience it, right?
You want to see something fucked up? Watch this movie. Because holy shit. Like, I'll never need to watch it again. It is burned into my head, and I will never forget it.
There's more fucked up things out there. This is...
Like the fucking goddamn crows!
It's not fucked up. It's just... fucking weird. Yeah. Like I said before, like how the fuck do you think to get to this in order, like, we're gonna... All right.
Drugs, mescaline.
Drugs and just, fuck, my God. Yes, I will. I'll never watch it again. But I do appreciate. Like, I saw the influences, like I said, from the 1930s cartoons and like the music. I like the music of this movie. Like, I thought that was this. Like I said, most entertaining part of this movie. But I'll never see it again. I recommend it to you, listener. Watch it once.
Everybody?
Everybody.
Okay.
I recommend everybody.
Even the normal folks?
Once. Yeah, oh yeah. Fuck it. Yeah, because
especially the normals.
Right, especially the normals. Because if you're a normal folk, like, this'll, like, maybe this is the movie that gets you onto that fucking weird path where you just
your goddamn
experiment with some shit. Man. Yeah, this'll open your mind. But yeah, that's it. Like, I'll never forget this movie.
There you go. Yeah. You know, I mean, while we've been talking, I've been sitting here, you know, thinking about, like, the primary thing that I think works against this is it's, you know, the way that it looks. I mean, it's very, you know, stagey and very cheap. But, you know, I always kind of use, like, my metric of, like, if a movie is bad or not is based on, like, did you have enough money to accomplish what your goal was? And, like, in the case of, we watched Sharknado a number of weeks ago, and it was, like, clearly they didn't have enough resources to make what they had in their mind, you know, out there on the screen. Whereas I think this movie, like, actually does do, like, what's on the screen, it was the original intention. So it's like, how successful were they at capturing that? I think they did it. I mean, I think this is what, you know, they wanted to get out there. I think it's probably, you know, Tom was saying something to the effect that, you know, it's a product of the 80s and all that. There's always going to be people, like, tripping on acid and smoking pot. This movie is for you. I mean, you're always going to need, like, you got to sit there and trip out to the wall, or, you know, some David Lynch movie.
To the wall. That's way better.
Well, because you got like 8 hours or something. I mean, you got, you know, so you got
to write that thing up.
Just
remember that frog that was just tweaking.
You're throwing Cool World, hours. Right? You know, Cool World, Twin Peaks Firewalk with me, and some, you know, Forbidden Zone.
Yeah,
I think
Saturday. I want Colin to put together his tweaking list.
Some of those will Transformers
fuck you up,
the movie.
Some of those will mess you.
The original movie, 87.
But yeah, I mean, it's a one-of-a-kind movie experience. It's not for all tastes, but I mean, you fucking listen to this whole show. You're either curious about it or you've seen it. You know, I mean, I would recommend it. I think so. That's
holy fuck! I can't believe Colin gave a movie of mine a recommendation, let alone the freakiest movie I think I can come up with. I've always loved this movie just because I saw this movie maybe about 10 years ago. Actually, when I was in Afghanistan, I saw this movie. I ordered it in Afghanistan. I used to have the black and white version, but for some reason, I don't even know why, I got rid of it, and now it's worth like $100. So I had to get the colorized version, even though I don't necessarily mind the colorized version because it does look kind of nice. Yeah. You know, it looks kind of, you know.
I appreciate it seeing it in color. I wonder if I would have liked it as much if it was in black and white. Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Color helped.
Yeah, it's more psychedelic with the color because it doesn't look like real color, but it does.
It's that pastel John Wayne fucking color, right?
Yeah. The version, we didn't watch it, but there's a special featured version that has pop-up trivia. I wonder how cool that would be.
Yeah, I'm actually curious. I should have watched that just to know some shit before this podcast. But I've shown this to. There's actually a girl who introduced me to Oingo Boingo. You know, I mean, she showed. I heard Dead Man's Party on this Elvira's Halloween Haunted Hill.
That's right. Yeah.
And I have been a fucking Oingo Boingo. Like, oh my god, this guy gets my soul when it comes to just the way he talks about kind of like not necessarily horror related things, but just kind of.
It's the horror related.
Darker.
Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah, he did Tales from the Crypt.
Tim Burton.
Yeah.
Sleepy Hollow. Yeah.
And when I tried to show her this movie, she didn't even
fuck you.
Didn't even give it. She's like, I don't think I could take this. You know, like it's too much. It is almost like it's like overload. It's really. And I find you get that with, like, I keep on coming back to Guar movies, because really, if you watch a Guar movie, you will kind of see the same hectic environment.
Wait, can I make, like, a quick interjection?
Sure.
The way that you're talking about this is the same way that I experience like Baz Luhrmann movies, like Strictly Ballroom or Moulin Rouge.
Exactly.
You go into that and it's like there's no like kind of getting you into it gently. It's like bam, you're in like some fucked up like fast minute. Like you adapt after like 10-15 minutes.
Yeah. Great Gatsby in 3D. Fucked up.
Okay, and that's almost why I say, like, this movie is worth multiple watches, because it gets less and less hectic as you experience it.
I would agree, because I appreciated the movie more as we sat here and talked about it, like going through it again. And I would think probably appreciate it more on multiple viewings. I don't think I could physically do that.
Well, really?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I think if you like them
watching, I kind of like.
You might have to pick this for the next free show,
like, because we were talking about it. I'm like, you know, like it had a story. It had
music.
It had music.
The music drives this movie. I think Pink Floyd, The Fucking Wall. The music drives that movie.
You know,
It's but that also, weird, I mean, Pink Floyd is on like a different level. Like, did this film actually come out in theaters?
It was like a midnight movie.
It
was on like the circuit with like Eraser had.
The only reason the color version came out is because I want to say the DVD version must have been pretty popular. You know what I mean? Because I don't think this is on VHS or something.
Yeah, I remember it was.
Was it?
Yeah, I had it. I worked in a video store.
Really? No shit. Holy shit! If I'd known. So I mean, it's just because it is one of those things where even as a huge Oingo Boingo fan, I ordered this, and Mystic Knights of the Oingo Boingos. It's kind of different than Oingo Boingo because it's just more. I don't even know.
Acidic.
It's not punk. It's not pop punk or nothing like that. It's just fucking music, kind of right. It's percussion shit, xylophones, saxophones, drums.
There's like a band, like old school, like not a big band, but.
I'd actually say kind of a big band, right? It's a big band. There's well, that's a big band. You got your saxophone group, you got your percussionist group, you got your, not a lot of strings. There's not a lot of strings. There's some guitar or whatever the fuck. And, but yeah, I think the first time I watched this, I was kind of lukewarm to it. But the more the music got onto me, just because I get Danny Elfman's thing, right? And the music got onto me to where I got the soundtrack. I listened to the soundtrack. I'd watch the movie again for the music, and then I would just pick it. Like I said, it seems hectic, but the more you watch it, the less hectic it becomes, and you get more into the joke. You become more part of the joke. Once you're used to it, you get to kind of relax, and you're not so like, what the fuck, what the hell, what's going on, why? Yeah. It's like your brain is trying to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. But as long as you realize that, and like I said, you get into the because I think you do have to like the music for multiple views. You just do have to like the music because it's like I keep on repeating, it's primarily a musical thing. It's it is.
And I think that maybe the trouble is like I like the weird shit today. And like this,
really likes weird shit.
this stuff that it just doesn't stack up.
It's always a quiet one.
I mean, like you're talking about how like people are experiencing this, like, whoa, it's crazy, but to me, it's not. It's like a stage performance, and it's
because the shit he watches is far crazier than the shit we just watched.
But I mean, I don't know that. I mean.
That's gonna be in the news soon, according to Tom.
Well, I mean, weird is weird, right? It's timeless. But like this, I just don't think brings it to that level. I mean, I think music.
Really?
I think the music. I think the music does.
It's weird. It's weird.
No, what he's saying is that Brent is so far gone. He sees it as
it's
normal.
Like
your mind is so fucked up.
Yeah, Brent's weird level's way up here. This movie is kind of like here.
Yeah, I like what Tom said before Adult Swim. This was that fucking type of comedy, that type of weird super jail, that type of weird fucking huh?
Yeah, but
I mean, I keep on bringing up these Squire videos. You gotta watch these Squire videos.
But you mentioned
same deal.
Pink Floyd and stuff, and that's all. I think that brings it.
But those were real. Those are real filmmakers. Those were real.
Well, not even
the shit looked nice.
Well, yeah.
Guy in the desert with a fucking chair.
That's true, but
there was a guy in the desert with a chair.
Real animation. They had like real.
How much does it cost to get a chair in a desert?
I'm just saying.
I can do that.
The desert is
but
the
to
big
make
cost.
to get to the desert to like, get your actors and your lights and your generators into the desert. There's the cost. Thank you.
And actually shoot a shot without footprints and stuff.
You had to get actor. They got actors. There was a guy who played Pink. They didn't just get fucking Roger Waters to play the character. They got an actor. But I appreciated what it is because, I mean, without going into detail, you know, we're the type of people that want to make little short movies with our friends and stuff like. It's like, this is fucking what it is. This is what it is. Regardless of how good or bad, you use the best of what you can get. You see the good in the people, the individuals you have, and you try to utilize the good. Like, oh shit, you're good at costumes. You're doing costumes. Oh shit, you're good at this. You're doing that. I love just the idea they did it. It's one of those things. It's like the Killer Tomatoes thing. It's like, oh shit, fucking paper mache big tomatoes rolling down the street. Who gives a fuck? But they did it just because some people be like, that's so stupid, that will never work. But it's popular because someone did it.
They did it.
They fucking did it. You know, and this will never have that. I mean, I almost don't necessarily think this has a cult following the way I would like to think it. Maybe in California. Like I said, I think Oingo Boingo was a California thing. It is a West Coast
oddly
thing.
enough, this movie has an 82% or 86% fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Because when you've seen it, you're like, I've never seen anything like this before.
Yeah.
Or since.
Right. Yeah.
So it is its own thing.
It gets really good reviews from critics.
There's nobody trying to remake, nobody setting other adventures in the world of Forbidden Zone. It's its own. There's nobody trying to ape the style of
the world.
It is almost like, actually,
it's a set. I mean,
just think of the
style is. I'm sorry, but the style is, you know, Monty Python's.
See, I would say it is that 40s cartoon thing because, like, think of the Twilight.
Notice we keep going decades up.
Think of the Twilight Zone. Think of that Twilight Zone where the kid likes the cartoons.
Yeah,
That's the feeling this movie tries to give off. It tries to give that feeling of the old, really bizarre 40s, 50s cartoons or whatever, 30s, 40s. I'd say
like the Magpies?
I'd say 30s because 30s is Flea Shirts, Popeye,
I said 20s, so
Bosco.
You know what I'm saying when I say
Betty Boop.
Bosco.
It's like Betty Boop or something like that.
And I would say that, I think that's more 30s, right?
Yeah.
I want to say that's all 30s.
It's
I
all
think
30s.
that's 20s.
Yeah,
That's
30s.
30s.
Felix Cat.
Felix a fucking
Felix
cat. You know, and I appreciate the idea that they tried to do it. They just tried to fucking do it. It's almost like if you put like a Roger Rabbit in the 30s instead of a Roger Rabbit that existed in a world in the, I guess, well that was supposed to be 47, but like.
I appreciate that they did it. I just don't want to subject other people to it.
You're crazy.
I do.
Everybody should.
He's going to go home and show his wife.
If you like Nightmare Before Christmas, if you're just into that Danny Elfman thing, see the movie because this is a beginning step. This is one of those like, you know, an artist, you know, has to build on themselves or whatever. It's like this is the beginning step of Danny Elfman doing his shit, man. And Danny Elfman. I don't know how anybody else. Danny, he's my favorite musician. I've got every single Oingo Boingo album. I've got the complete discography of everything. I've even got Mystic Knights of the Oingo Boingo shit from the public access. I mean, I love Oingo Boingo. They're the best. They're the best. So this is why this movie is important to me. I fucking love it. Watch it.
There you go. So that's The Forbidden Zone. Not to be confused with Space Hunter Adventures on the Forbidden Zone.
Nope.
Not a sequel.
Watch Space Hunter.
Not a sequel.
I'm sure that's shittier. I bet it is. I bet it tries to have a real script and a story. It's probably more boring than this movie.
It tries to be Star Wars.
It's in
3D. It's got Molly Ringwald. And Michael Ironside.
Oh my God.
And Ernie Hudson.
You can't go wrong with Molly Ringwald. She's been in one good movie.
This was not one. This is not the other one.
I think it was before her.
Yeah, it was before the Breakfast Club.
It was a younger
16 Candles and Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
16 Candles.
16 Candles is a good movie.
16 Candles.
16 Candles is a good movie.
I think I'm gonna side with Brent over here. 16
Anyway, so
Sean's
Automobile.
It is Sean next week. What are we watching?
I don't know. Should we keep the Summer of
No.
Swayze
Yes.
going?
No. I swear to God, another Swayze movie, you'll get something much worse than this.
No Swayze. We will.
Yes.
We will be enjoying the Frighteners.
The Frighteners.
Holy shit,
Peter
weird.
We're
Jackson.
gonna be watching
Weird.
the Frighteners.
I've seen it one
Good
time.
choice.
We're gonna be watching the Frighteners.
Weird.
Michael J. Fox.
Michael J.
With the Robert Zemeckis connection.
Yep, the producer, Michael, or Robert Zemeckis.
I have to tell you about the future.
Keep it going. I love it.
When the ghost say... I don't know. I can't remember what Frighteners is
You're
about.
very close.
Makes me happy anytime Travis does Marty.
That's about to become my only Marty impression. It's just the yelling at the. I have to tell you about the future.
It's the best version. It's good. It's good
because the other one is more of a Christopher Glove.
Yeah.
The. Wait, Doc, are you trying to tell me?
See, even then, it sounds like he's yelling but talking.
Yeah, that's more the Crispin Glover. Anyway, that's off the point. So awesome, Frighteners.
So next week is the Frighteners, and until then, well, that's it.
Woo!
Wait, unless we do an ode to Tom. This is Tom's last,
Oh, no. Stop.
All right.
Tom hates movies.
Did we already do I Will Remember You?
Did you record that?
I recorded it.
We say it's his last freak show, but it's not. He's going to be back here eventually.
But
not as a regular
Maybe we could Skype you in.
Yeah.
You know what movie we're gonna watch next week, so we can Skype you in.
Yep.
Our connection's bad on Skype. We're gonna have to get. We're gonna have to reconnect with.
I'm telling you,
we'll be back in a second.
It's gonna be like I hate. It's like sorry.
This is bully. Okay, Tom hit his own computer.
Tom's going through a tunnel right now.
Tom, can you hear me? Tom.
Send us your wrap up.
We've lost our reporter on the scene, Tom Keene.
Tom's wrap up on the Saturday Night Freak Show.
I could probably do a wrap up on Friday.
Just the wrap up on the Saturday Night Freak Show.
Oh, you want to do that?
Doing the podcast, the wrap up on the podcast. He's coming back, but we're doing a memorial.
He cussed us out and
did cuss us out last time.
That was kind of the ending.
Yeah. I did. I already did it.
We'll just do that. Just do that song at the end.
Do that again.
Oh, it's moving.
Can you do farewell and adieu, you fair Spanish ladies? Can you put that there at the end?
What?
There we go.
What was that?
Farewell and adieu to
you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu to you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail back to Boston. And nevermore shall we see you again.
It's from Jaws.
Well,
it's Robert Shaw.
I was about to put Jaws in the other night. It's been so long. I watched First Blood the other night.
I just watched the Blu-ray of Jaws.
It's the best you could ask for.
All right.
Still a great movie.
Well, that's it.